Let me get this out. Missing truckers.
Yeah.
Missing truckers. This is a business, number one, that you can disappear if you want to. You can come out here on the road and you can disappear, especially if you're over the road or if you're regional. You can come out and disappear. You know, keep all your socials off, travel to the picks and drops, and just be left alone. But you're not left alone out here on the highways and byways of America by the demons that are restless right now. Where's the picture of the guy? David Shultz up here in Iowa. Miss Pamela B, what's going on up here in Iowa? David Shultz. This is him. I don't have StreamYard hooked up yet up here, so that's a picture of David Shultz and his two kids. I guess that's his truck behind him. It's a long nose. It's David Shultz. He's 43, I think is what it was. November, that's good. November, and I'll put these pictures and I'll put the link to the video, or pardon me, the link to the articles that I'm talking about in the description once we're done. He was coming out of, let me show you the map on this. He was coming out of, there you go. I'm going to show you on the map where he was coming out of.
We're high tech here.
He was leaving out of Eagle Grove, Iowa, which is right here. And he was coming over to Sac City, Sac City, S-A-C City. He was delivering hogs. It's about an hour and 20 minute ride. Coming across 20, and it was about 11:51 at night, they saw him on a traffic camera in his truck coming west on 20 out of Eagle Grove to the hog delivery place. He was delivering live hogs like you deliver the live beef. They saw him on this road. They saw the truck. They took a picture of it. Initially, they thought there was somebody with him, even though he drives solo, which is kind of freaky. But they said, no, we think he was by himself. He never showed up, but he's on this road heading this way. They find his truck on 71. You'll see the arrow sticking up. Matter of fact, this whole map is the screen cap of the video that you're watching now. They show his truck, or they found his truck, because he never showed up. They found his truck northbound on 71 coming away from Sac City. And you can put that down now, babe. He had all his stuff in it, even though he wasn't in it.
It's crazy.
They found his jacket on the side of the road, away from the truck, on the side of the road, the other side of the road. His cell phone, all his stuff was in the truck. And I'm gonna tell the story, but I want to ask you guys that are watching, what's happened to you in these kind of situations? The guy was a younger guy. He had two young kids. He and his wife, don't know if they're having any problems, but here's the thing. His cell phone was left in the truck, you know? No text messages, no emails.
Very odd.
His jacket's on the side of the road. His stuff's in his truck. He's facing away from where he's supposed to go drop. Now, could he have just disappeared? Could he have just said, you know what? I don't like my life. I don't want to be doing this with my wife. I'm tired of the life I'm leading. Let me see if I can just, could it be? Yeah. They've had truckers say that they've had truckers disappear. And when they get found, they say, well, I had amnesia. I think that's funny as I'll get out. I had amnesia. I must have had amnesia. I don't remember what was going on. True story. Look some of these things up. The ones that are scary, though, are truckers, and these are true stories, I'm telling you. A couple truckers have pulled into distribution centers.
Yeah, this is crazy.
And a trucker had pulled over to use the restroom. You know, he was out in the woods like the bears. And while he was using the restroom out there, because that's God's restroom, he's looking down in the weeds and he sees a body. So he comes back out, he calls the police, they come out. That was a trucker that had gone through the gates of a distribution center in town where he was driving through. He was heading that way, driving through. The guy that stopped to go to the bathroom. A trucker had gone to the distribution center in that town 15 miles down the road, gone in, dropped his trailer at the door, went over and parked where he was supposed to park, and disappeared. And they said, we didn't see him leave. We didn't see anybody swing by and pick him up. I don't know. I don't know if there was an inside job and they're like, no, we're gonna pick up old, Randall over here and go take him out and, take his wallet and stuff. I don't know. Sometimes I got to believe some of these people at these places, like when I got, a stalker under my bathroom door in New Mexico.
Oh, that's freaky.
I got to believe that sometimes people know who it was, because even like then they said, we didn't see anything. We didn't see anybody come out of there. I'm like, listen, there was somebody in there with the orange jumpsuit on under the door. Anyway, the people at this distribution center said that they didn't see anything. They said there's nothing on cameras. They said they saw him check in. They had a note from the gate guard showing where he checked in. where he parked his truck. They saw him drive around the building, park his truck. He ended up down the road 15 miles unalived. And I think it was about 2.5 months after that is when this trucker pulled over to go to the bathroom and found that guy's unalived being. It's just a crazy time out here right now.
And then I remember reading in Europe that just for jackings, carjackings in general, not necessarily after truckers specifically, but in Europe they'll use, a woman or a good-looking woman and children. They've actually had a woman and a young child on the side of the road. Looks like they've broken down, and then when the person stops, whether it's a car or a truck, the dudes get out and then they, take the vehicle or whatever. But you just can't trust anything anymore. It's crazy.
And you women out there that are running by yourself, you can't stop for anybody. You can't, and you got to be cautious at yards. I mean, she's had crazy stuff happen to her, even with me when I'm in the back sleeping. You just don't know anymore. And if you're out there by yourself, especially being with the teammate, yeah, she's with me, but if I'm sleeping, she's still at a disadvantage, especially if she's on a lot at night and I'm in the bunk. Now she has a 110-pound wolf bear, which is, he does not like people coming around her. Like, he does not like it. But it's still, these truck drivers, there's tons of stories. It was actually a little bit frightening once I began going and looking, but I also know, man, there's always I shouldn't say there's always. There's normally a part of the story that you might not ever hear about.
Welcome back to my channel. I am here today to do an energetic reading. This is a subscriber requested reading. So I received a request to read on this from a subscriber, and it's actually a case I've already read on anyways, so in private. So I said I would go ahead and read on this. So this is a case about a 53-year-old truck driver. He's a long-haul truck driver. His name is David Shultz. He is missing out of Sac County, Iowa. Went out to go to work one night on a Monday. This is November 20th. He went missing November 20th of 2023. He went out on a Monday to go to work and didn't show up at one of his destinations. He was supposed to drop off a load of baby piglets. He didn't show up. Instead, his truck was found with the baby piglets in it and him nowhere to be found. So there has been an investigation going on, and he has left behind a wife and a stepson and a stepdaughter and a set of twins that him and his wife worked very hard through in vitro to have these babies. So they were very much wanted and worked hard for. And his wife, her name is Sarah. She's been out there a lot. She's been on several different social media platforms trying to get David's name out there and to get help. I don't know how open Sarah is to the sensitives and the psychic community, but if you see this video, Sarah, and anything I say rings a bell or feels like, it resonates with you in any way, shape, or form, feel free to reach out. If there's anything more I can do to help, I will. I've read on this case, and I have a bit of an idea about what happened. So I'm going to start by calling in my guides and helpers and angels and ancestors of the love and light only, asking for a veil of protection to be placed around me, my family, my home, my platform, anyone watching, and anyone I speak on. I'm asking for a connection to the God energy, please. I'm asking for connection to the universal God energy, and I'm asking my guides to come in and help me to correctly interpret the images on the cards to fit the energies, as well as any images that are placed in my mind's eye, and to help me to properly interpret those. We are protected, we are safe, we are protected, and so it is. Okay, so I figured I would start by just getting a base energy. This is a first time on the camera reading for David, so I'm going to start with just a base energy. Now I have some notes written down here from previous reads. Okay, David Shultz, 53, David Shultz. I am picturing David's face in my mind. He has a really nice smile. Yeah, so he has a very nice smile. Okay, David Shultz. What's the base energy surrounding David Shultz's disappearance, please? And lead me in a direction. Give me some base energy. What is some base energy? Maybe it's not going to be in this deck. This is the Elements deck. I thought maybe it could give us a direction, but it's not coming. So let's try. Let's see right away. They're going to make me work. You know what? Let's just go straight into the situations. Can I ask for base energy on the situation around the disappearance of David Shultz, please? Base energy on the situation with David Shultz, please. What can I know about the situation with David Shultz's disappearance? I better be more specific. Okay, David Shultz. What can we know about what happened to David Shultz? Children. Verge. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to put those two back in. Okay. So we got children. So this is young, childhood, playful, about to reveal and confess. Verge is the other one. Ooh. Okay, so I'm only going to take the ones that flip over. So we've got 3 more here. We'll keep going. All right, David Shultz. The disappearance of David Shultz, please. Okay, the disappearance of David Shultz, please. Is the situation around the disappearance of David Shultz? Got it. Okay, I'll go one more time. David Shultz. What more can I know, or what can I know about the disappearance of David Shultz? Ooh! Dang, they're going to the ground today. I had one go pretty far. Good grief. Okay, let's just stop there and see what we got here. All right. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, so we got TikTok. This says deadline and time running out. Okay, so for me, this card generally means there was a timing factor that has not been accounted for, or something pertaining to it, a timing factor. So something about the time was off, has been reportedly off, or something about the time. Like, okay, so this was a long haul truck driver, possibly, you know, and they do work on a schedule. They have to be at certain places at certain times to drop off loads and to pick up loads. And so maybe there was some timing off as far as picking up loads, or the other thing it could be is I was watching an interview that Sarah did, his wife, where she spoke on the fact that when his truck was found, first of all, his truck was found the opposite direction of where it should have been. And it should have been pointed the other way because it had baby pigs that were on their way to be delivered, and the place that they were to be delivered was the other way. It had been turned around, and the truck was left in the middle of the lane. So you've got the highway. This is not a freeway. This is a highway. So this is a 2-lane road. So you've got the truck on this highway 2-lane road. So, and the truck was actually found sitting in the middle of the lane, turned around going the other way backwards, full of baby pigs. So it may be pointing out that he didn't get there on time. Like he didn't get there to drop him off on time, and that might be pointing out the reason that they were alerted that he was missing in the first place, or it just could be pointing out that he didn't make his time frame. Okay. All right. Then we've got verge. This is about to reveal and confess. So I'll tell you, I feel like there was something that David saw or witnessed. I've done a few meditations and I've seen a few things in my mind, and I feel like there was something that David saw or witnessed happening, or saw that. Now, he may not even know what he was seeing, but it's like something he saw and someone knew he saw this, and they were worried that he was going to tell. He was going to reveal. And so the about to reveal and the confess, that goes really well. That makes sense to me because of past reads where I got information and, meditations that resonates with me. Because what I'll do is I'll do a reading and I'll get information, and then in a meditation I look at that. I go in and I look at all those possible messages I received. Things that don't feel right, I toss them out unless they come back again. Things that actually kind of grow inside of my meditation and I get more information added to it, to me, that's something I pay attention to and I view as being, something that happened. With the reveal about to confess card, I feel like there was something he saw. And whoever did this, and I do pick up 2 energies, there are 2 bad guys in this. I pick up 2 bad guys, one older and one younger, okay? Okay, and I drew a picture of one of them that I keep seeing in meditation. Okay, the next one is children, young, childhood, and playful. I'm not going to say yet what, this doesn't have much to do with his children. There was something he saw. Okay, there was something he saw. Just keep that in mind. This goes with that. Okay, I'm just going to say that. This goes with that. Entrapment. Okay. Okay, then we've got racing, running, and avoiding. So we'll ask tarot about that one. It could be that it could be, because I just got like a flash of something in my mind where there was like a vehicle, two vehicles, but a vehicle blocking the road completely and another vehicle right behind it. And I feel like they made it to where he had to turn around or something. Like they blocked, there was some kind of a barricade or a blockage there. I don't know what that has to do with running, racing, and avoiding, but for some reason I just saw. So I'm seeing a 2-lane road with a large truck, like a large truck blocking the road, sitting in between both lanes. And then there's another vehicle right behind it right here. And then I see the truck go up to it, backing up, really slowly backing up. Okay, that's what I just saw. Okay, next. Realization, awareness, finding out, coming to light. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, that was my husband talking to the dog. I had to remind him I was recording. Anyways, realization, awareness, finding out, coming to light. Maybe there's going to be something coming to light. Something found out. So when they found this truck, his wallet was in there. His wallet was full of a couple $1,000s. The way Sarah had explained it was that when at the beginning of the week, he would, what she called Monday money. So at the beginning of the week, he would set off on his week of wherever he was going. He was a long haul, so he'd be gone during the week and home on the weekends. But on the week, he would take off on Monday with a couple $1,000s in his pocket, and it would get him through the week. And by the end of the week, he'd have like a couple hundred. So when they came up on his truck and found him, his wallet was in there, and there was nothing missing. His wallet was in there, everything was in there with the money. The only weird thing is they found his jacket off, like thrown in a ditch up a little ways from the vehicle. Okay, so, I just saw something else. Okay, so it may not have been, I'm just going to say, I don't think it was David that actually turned that actually left the vehicle right there, like that. Okay, it wasn't David that, I don't think it was David that actually turned the vehicle around and faced it that way. I want to say somebody did that to throw things off in some way. Somebody did that. Okay. He was already gone and those vehicles were gone when the truck was turned around. He had already been taken away and the vehicles were gone. When somebody stayed there. Okay. So I see the vehicle turning around and coming back the way it came. I see somebody just stopping it in the middle of the road and just getting out and walking away. This would be a very thin individual. Wearing like overall or some kind of like overalls or like I almost want to say like hip waders. You know, like when you go swimming or you go fishing and you want to walk out into the river to fish. Hip waders. They look like hip waders to me. Okay. The next one we got is grip. Anchor, chains, and weighed down. That card means many things for me. I mean, for me, it symbolizes addiction. It symbolizes being in traps, having somebody actually chain you down or hold you down. It could be like energetic cords to traumas. It could be depression. I mean, we'll have to ask tarot on that one. Okay, let's see. The next one is soulmate. Similar friendship and romantic partner. Interesting. We'll have to ask tarot about that one. Ooh, we got toxic or poison. Toxic, unhealthy behaviors and people. I feel like this has something to do with what he saw. Bounty hunter is the next one. It says chaser and hot pursuit. I do feel like he was chased. I do. I feel like he saw something somewhere. Okay, so what I see, let me real quickly finish these, okay? Okay, so there's a reason that fits for me. So then we've got crushed, sad, broken, and feeling alone. I feel like this is his wife. She does not understand what happened. It doesn't make any sense to her. Absolutely out of the blue. They had big plans. They had a lot in the works. This isn't just someone who just walked away and left all their money and everything they owned behind and walked away with nothing. It's not that. And Sarah, if you're watching, I can tell you right now, it is not that. He did not walk away. He did not up and just leave his family. He did not do that. His energy is more like protect my family, provide for my family, do for my family. Like family is everything to this man. Like his motivating factor for every move he makes is his family. He did not walk away. The next one is plugged. Tuned in, internet, and connected. Okay. I'm going to actually go in the this one real quickly. This is called What's the Vibe? And I'm just going to ask for a few out of this one too before I go into tarot. But I wanted to say, so I did have like this little movie thing play out in my head when I was meditating on this right before I came on camera. What I saw was what looked like either a gas station or like a restaurant, like a small little restaurant, or a deli, or like a gas station, a small establishment. And I want to say gas station. Okay, so what I saw was him in this parked. It's like, okay, there's this gas station, and next to this gas station is like a big pullout, maybe somewhere like a rest area or a rest spot. Okay, so he was sitting in this rest spot next to this gas station, restaurant, maybe. It might be like a combination of both. And there was 2 trucks there. And another big truck, like the kind of like a semi type truck. So these 2 trucks that were there, these were more like box van type trucks, okay? But they were boxes. They weren't vans, they were box trucks, okay? Box trucks. There were 2 box trucks there. And then another truck, a big semi truck, comes up and parks in such a way that it obscures the view of these 2 box trucks. So what he's seeing from his vantage point is 2 trucks, and then all of a sudden a semi pulls in. Okay, he's really interested in this semi because he's a trucker. So he notices trucks, he looks at the details on them, whatever, whatnot, and he's really studying this truck that's sitting there in front of him. In the meantime, there's some nefarious stuff happening on the other side that he can't see. He doesn't know what's going on. But because he's studying this beautiful truck, he's just studying this truck, it looks like he's paying very close attention to what's going on right there. So when he leaves, it's disgust. It's disgust. Did he see? How much did he see? What do you think he saw? He was really, really looking. He never took his eyes away. That kind of a discussion. And it was decided, okay, so at one point the big truck leaves, and what's left is the box van. Okay, I feel like, or the 2 box vans. I feel like what happened was the person in the truck noticed that he was being paid attention to. I think after he left, he contacted those 2 vans and said, hey, look, that truck that's parked there in your driveway, if it's still there, he just watched everything go down. Okay? And at that point, they discussed, what do we do? What do we do? And I feel like they chased him down, which makes this make sense. So that's what I saw. So what I saw was 2 vehicles coming up and flashing their lights, flashing, and just really like going around him and flashing, like making a big spectacle. And he just came to a stop. That's what I saw. He just came to a stop. Like he thought there was something wrong with his truck. He thought they could see something wrong that he couldn't. And so he stopped, thinking that they were trying to flag him down, that there was something wrong. Greed. It says greed. By any means necessary and inconsiderate. Greed. It says lust on the top of the card. And the reason it says that, or the reason that resonates for me, is because of what was happening in the box vans. Okay? And what they thought he saw. Okay. Okay, what more can we know about the vibe, about the energy around this, please? Nope, I'm going to actually turn those back over. Okay. Let me give it a quick shuffle. It's so hard because I have to be careful what I say and how I say it. But I feel like that's what was witnessed. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels. This is the angel for the children. This is Archangel Michael. Okay. Okay, so I just got like a, I don't know how to explain this other than every once in a while a spirit will almost like transfer a thought of theirs into my head. So all of a sudden I'll have like a thought, and it's almost like it's my own voice speaking inside my mind. So when I picked this up and I read the card and I picked the card up in my hand, on the card it says hopeful. It says inspired, optimistic, and success. What I heard in my mind is, be patient, baby, because the truth will come out. The truth will come out. The truth will come out. So it's like, this is like a message, almost like a direct message that he's giving to Sarah. Like, okay, so she's hopeful that he'll be found, but she's starting to lose hope. Is that what you're, okay. He doesn't want her to lose hope. Okay, that's it. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, Sarah. He doesn't want you to lose hope, Sarah. He's saying don't lose hope, okay? He's trying to, it feels like he's trying to like tell you, it's okay, baby, don't worry, don't lose hope. Don't give up, don't lose hope. Please don't lose hope. He just doesn't want to disappear and have it just be forgotten about. He's saying stay hopeful, because as long as somebody's hopeful, they will continue to put energy towards something. But when you lose hope in something, you kind of let it go. I feel like he's saying don't give up on me. Don't lose hope. Okay. Yeah, and I got some goosebumps on that. So that's Spirit confirmation. Okay. All right. Thank you, Spirit. All right. Is there anything else that I need to share out of this deck? This will be my last shuffle through it. Anything else I need to share out of this deck before I go into tarot? Okay, that's basically all he had to say there, or they had to say there. His message right now is that of do not give up on me. Do not lose hope in me. All right. So now I'm going to pull out my tarot. Well, I've got several of them here. I've got several of them going on, but we will start. Let's go ahead and start with the unfolding path. And I'm just going to move these up so that I can see them better as I'm working with the tarot. I like to be able to check out associations of the other cards so that I can hold them up to you guys when I really can't say the words like I just did with those other two. All right. So we've got quite a bit to look into here, guys. Let's check this out. Okay, starting with the unfolding path tarot. Asking about the first energy I pulled out in the TikTok card, deadline and time running out. What more can we know? Is this referring to a timeline being off, or like a deadline not having been met? Some kind of a schedule snafu, or let's see. Yes, okay, so we've got Three of Pentacles here. Three of Pentacles is collaboration, working together, teamwork. It can also be skill, craftsmanship. So this is about job, money, working together would be being on a schedule, being on a coordinating schedule. So that would be a yes for me. Okay, so that's pretty much what I thought about that. So what that tells me is that, and I mean, I guess we could say that it's because the pigs didn't get dropped off at the time they were supposed to. That could very well be it completely. But I also feel like the time, okay, there's something, Spirit, there's something about the time, something else. What else is it? What else is it about the time that you're trying to tell me? What? This is the wrong deck. Let me see here. I'm going to grab this. This is the Golden Tarot. Let's see. I haven't worked with this one for a little while, but it's a gorgeous deck. Okay. What is it about the time that, oops, let's see what it says. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. This is actually not a card. This is like a extra card in the deck that just introduces the deck. So they're telling me, get that out of there. It kind of came out weird even. Okay, that's funny. Sorry, Spirit. I should be better prepared, yes. Okay. We got the Death card, which I was already aware of. I was going to wait until the right time to say that. And now, apparently, is the right time. Okay, something about the timing being off, being wonky, something about either not making a deadline or timelines being different is the catalyst for this. So I don't know if he was like in the wrong place at the wrong time. Thank you, Spirit. That's exactly what it is. Thank you, Spirit. He was in the wrong place at the wrong time. That's what I'm hearing. He was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, what is Verge about to reveal and confess? I think I know, but did he see something? What is, oop, I see one turned around. I'm going to go ahead and just flip it. Okay, what is Verge about to reveal and confess? What is this one? Oh, good grief. The one thing about these beautiful golden cards is that they are super slick. But they're amazing. They've got texture. This is all textured. Isn't that beautiful? Sorry about the ring light shine. It's dark in my house today. Kind of a gloomy day outside. All right. Verge, about to reveal and confess. What more can we know about this one? I feel like he saw something. That they were... Three of Wands. That's that 3 vehicles he saw. Do you see how he's looking out like he's looking at something? 3 of Wands. That's that vehicle that he saw. Now, 3 of Wands is teamwork, travel. Okay? 3 of Wands is commerce, teamwork, and travel. Okay? Commerce is businesses. It doesn't have to be legal business. Got it? That's what he saw. So, look, I pulled Verge, Children, Entrapment. This is telling a story right here. So, the Verge is something that they were afraid was about to be confessed. It says on the bottom of the card, about to reveal or confess. That he saw children who were in entrapment. I'm telling you. Then, I've got the 3 of Wands. That's exactly it. There was 3 cars. 3 vehicles involved in this. Only 2 of them chased him down, but there was 3 in total. And 2 of them were together and 1 of them was separate. See that? See how they've got the 2 wands on this side? Yeah, that's bang on. Wow. And then we've got the Queen of Pentacles. This is the moneymaker, but the Queen would not be the king. So the Queen follows orders. So... And you know what? I feel like this is an older individual and a younger, like someone in training almost. Like this is a mentor teaching this one the ropes. So the Queen of Pentacles may actually be that younger. It doesn't have to be a male or female. There's no sex in tarot. A lot of times the Queen of Pentacles represents what is the word? Like a student, somebody in training, or somebody who takes orders, or is in allegiance to somebody that's in authority to them. Like the Queen would answer to the king, right? But she would be the next one in line. That's what I'm picking up off that. So let's see. I'm gonna grab this Lightworkers deck too, to do validations on my tarots. So are you pointing out here, Spirit, that, okay, why is the Queen energy being pointed out? That's what I want to know. What is the Queen energy? Why is the Queen energy being pointed out? Like accomplice or student, apprentice? I mean, why is that being pointed out? Holy shit, I got it again. The 3 of Wands. That's double confirmation. 3 of Wands is a team. It is a team working together. It is travel. It is commerce. The words on the card, notable growth. What did I just say? This is somebody who is studying under someone else, learning the ropes, okay? Thank you, Spirit. That's an awesome confirmation. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the gold and ask about, well, I don't know, maybe this is the wrong deck for that. Okay, I'm gonna ask about the childhood, children, young, childhood, and playful. I think this is actually probably this one. This one. So this is the Urban Tarot. Very, very modern tarot deck. I use it when I'm dealing with worldly type energies. Big city or worldly or that kind of thing. Things that are modern day things. Oh, hold on a second. Wait a minute. How did that happen? What the heck? Wow, look at that. I found 2 cards from a different deck. Are you kidding me? Oh, shit. Okay. We got the 8 of Wands. This is the job card. The 8 of Wands, no. The 8 of Wands is something that comes in really fast. This is something that comes, swoops in out of the blue, changes everything up. Nothing's the same ever again. This is a quick, fast action, okay? And then we got the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is a new idea, a new relationship, a new proposal, a new idea, a new action. This was a new idea. This was something that was not planned. This was a spur of the moment thing. This was a now or never. This was a crime of a necessity. Somebody saw us do this. Now we got to take care of this now. That's what this was. And that's what this is telling us. That is crazy. I don't know why these were in the wrong deck, but they were meant to come out of this deck for a reason. So I'm wondering if I need to go ahead and use this deck. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use this deck. But let me start with fresh knocked out energy. Okay, I'm going to put those up here next to the... That's crazy. Yeah, something came in really fast out of nowhere. He wasn't expecting it. It was a new idea, an instant idea, an idea made quickly, a choice made quickly. Okay, children, young, childhood, and playful. Oh boy, we got Ace of Coins. That's a new kid, a new baby, a new job. Pentacles is money, a new opportunity for money. So each one of these children was a new opportunity for money. That's what that's saying. It's sickening that that kind of stuff even exists in our world. What more can I know about the childhood card? What more can I know? Knight of Wands, fearless action. This is the individual. This is the accomplice. This is the apprentice. This is him right here. This is his energy. So he's really being put forward in this. His energy is being put in front of me big time. Fearless action. Okay. I was asking what more could I know about the children and it being a new job. We've got somebody on a fast vehicle, fearless action. I wonder if he's the one who retrieves the children. I mean, I wonder if he's the one who actually does the getting, I'm wondering if he's the one who does this part. So is he there? Because there's got to be a couple different parts to it. Somebody who does the looking, somebody who does the retrieving, and maybe possibly the delivering as well. And then somebody who takes them somewhere else and does whatever, does the delivering or whatever. There's different parts to it. And for me, I'm feeling like what's being pointed out to us here is this individual who was worried that David saw something he may be the one who actually like gets these, goes out and actually does the actual act of that might be what's being pointed out there for me. So I'm not sure, but that's, wait, what am I doing here? That's a high possibility. Okay, and that Queen of Coins, that's like that apprentice, understudy type energy. I feel like he's actually doing all the work, and he just has somebody kind of maybe using his connections. Yeah, that's definitely how I feel. Definitely. Okay, let's move on. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so the entrapment. I feel like we already got our answer for that. I said, what more can I know about the knight, or about the, I feel like the Queen of Wands or the Knight of Wands, because I feel like the same in both energies. They're the ones that does this part of it. And I think they work underneath of somebody. So looking for these individuals, they would be an older individual and a younger individual. And I want to say, when I say younger, I want to say maybe late 20s. And then the other person is more like 65 older. Okay. The next card was racing, running, and avoiding. Okay. What more can we know about the racing, running, and avoiding? Is there any? The Magician, manifesting a reward. Racing, running, awarding. They were trying to make this guy disappear like a rabbit in a hat. That's what the racing, running, and rolling. They thought that he saw the entrapped individuals and they needed to make him disappear. Yep, that's exactly what that is. The next card is lust, greed, by any means necessary, and inconsiderate. Is this referring to the cargo? Or what more can we know about this card? Any means necessary. That pretty much speaks for itself, doesn't it? Oh, goodness. My cards are wanting to all go to the ground. Oh, wow. You're kidding me. Where was it? Where was it? Okay, remember we had the Queen of Coins. This is the understudy. Well, now we've got the Queen of Wands. Now this one is the one who is the Magician, the Wands. This is the creative one. This is the queen that manifests everything she wants in her life. So what I'm feeling like is that what this means to me is, okay, the words on the card are thinking strategically, but intuitively more like what I'm feeling like is thinking strategically, no. Like, I'm trying to figure out, okay, if I'm in this energy, I'm listening to what my mentor is telling me to do, and I'm taking his guidance into consideration, but I'm at the same time, I'm forming my own plans, like my own style, my own. So I'm taking what he's saying into consideration, but also I'm pretty damn good already on my own. It's almost like this guy's got this cocky attitude of like, not only am I going to be as good as you, but I'll be better than you, old man. That type of an energy. So this is somebody with that kind of an attitude. Like, okay, so you have this reputation of this big dog reputation. Well, I'm going to smash that. And you're going to be known as the guy who taught me or brought me up. This is the attitude of this individual, or the energy around this individual. And also another thing I'm feeling about this individual is that this individual, he's the one that really has no boundaries. Like, he will actually go too far with everything to prove a point. Like, this individual gets a real kick out of the shock factor that he gets like this individual, like, he gets a kick out of the shock factor. So like, he'll do the crazy stuff just because he's addicted to the other people's reaction to it. That's what I'm picking up on too with him. Yeah. Okay, the next one is bounty hunter. The words on the bottom, chase and hot pursuit. Is this pointing out the fact that they chased him down after thinking he saw something? I don't think he even knew what he was looking at. He was just looking at a truck. Is this for that? Yes. Then we got the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. This is a turn of events. It can also be timing. This card also stands for timing. I feel like he was maybe he was running late Or maybe he was ahead of himself. But I feel like he went to a place that generally nobody would have been there at that time. Or he like, maybe he's never been there at that time before, or he... Okay, I feel like this was a place where this took place often. This was one of their spots to do this. And they picked a certain time to do it for a reason. And he was not supposed to be there at that time. This was not, it's almost like he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. That's what I'm being told with that. Big time. Okay, what about realization, awareness, finding out, and coming to light? Okay, I'm being told this is the wrong deck, so let me switch it. And we will do the steampunk. This is the Steampunk Tarot. Diana Cooper, I think is the name of the... Don't quote me, I might be wrong on that. I think I have over 300 decks or something like that, so it's hard to remember all of them. Okay. What about this realization card? Awareness, finding out, and coming to light. Is this because he came up on something? He came up on something he wasn't supposed to see and I don't think he even realized that what he was saying, but they thought he did. Is that why? Because he came up on something that was not supposed to be happening? Is that the situation here? Okay, I keep getting these chunks of cards coming out, and I don't like reading tarot like that. So I'm going to go ahead and here. This is a fairly new deck. Okay. Temperance card on the bottom in reverse. This is disharmony. Okay. Please give me some more information regarding the realization card, the awareness, finding out, coming to light. What can I know? This is the wrong deck. All right. I picked the wrong one. Okay, let's try this one. This is the Tarot of the Sacred Kingdoms. Okay. And I'm sorry if it bothers people when I call out the names of the decks, but I have enough people ask me what they are in my comments that I'm just gonna say real quickly what they are. Okay. All right, what more can we know? We may not get anything more about that card. It may be that I already said what needs to be said. He saw something. There was something that he saw that he didn't even know he saw. It was brought to, he found out something that he was unaware he found out. It says awareness, but he found out something he wasn't even aware that he found out. Okay, is this correct? And is there anything else I need to know regarding that card? Yeah. Oh, maybe. Okay. You're kidding me. I got the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is that imprisonment, that self-imposed imprisonment, okay? Being locked in your own energy, being stuck in your own world. Yeah, all he cared about was how cool that truck looked. He was in his own world when he was looking at this truck and checking out all the details on it. I feel like it was a really nice fancy one that wouldn't really call it like, okay, I feel like this was really, really fancy. And I've thought in the past, why would it be so fancy? Okay, why? Because the nicer, more state-of-the-art, more nicer, fancy trucks are obviously better cared for. The owners are going to do everything the right way. They're going to make sure everything's working in order. You could tell when they have a nice vehicle, they're willing to put the money into it. And so they don't draw as much attention as, as a broken down, dilapidated, or a truck having problems or making funny noises or something like that would have, if that makes sense. So I feel like that they drove a fancy truck to appear to be, well, okay, I'll just leave it at that. With the Eight of Wands, their spirit is telling me he was in his own little world. He didn't see what they thought he saw. The realization, no, it wasn't there in the way that they thought it was. He was in his own world. Okay, the next card is Grip. Anchor, chains, and weighed down. Is this literal? Is this literal, or is it figuratively speaking? Grip. Okay, what more can we know about the Grip card? What more can we know about this? That's the Page of Pentacles. That's that younger energy. That is that younger energy. The Page of Pentacles. That is the student. That is literally what the Page of Pentacles is the student. Somebody in learning. Somebody in training. Somebody ambitious about their job, their training. Wow. I am starting to wonder if this wasn't just one individual who actually carried it out, like hands-on. Okay, I could be wrong about that. I'm just wondering. I'm going to go to the next card, which is crushed, sad, broken, and feeling alone. Is this the energy of Sarah and her 2 twin boys? I say boys because I see the blue bicycle that looks broken. Yes. 10 of Wands is literally, this is the energy this woman lives in every single day. 10 of Wands is stress, exhaustion, burdens, having just the weight of the world on your back and feeling like you have nowhere to turn. It's just, this is Sarah. This is a yes. This is a huge yes. That is absolutely a huge yes. That is for Sarah. So the crushed feeling, all that, that's Sarah. She doesn't understand. She does not understand what is going on. People are trying to convince her that he just walked away or left or went for a better life or whatever. That is Sarah. That is not what happened. David saw something he wasn't supposed to see. You know why? Because what card came after crushed was soulmate. Okay, that's what came after. The next card after crushed was soulmate. And for me, that crush is pointing out that the soulmate, the broken heart. It says similar friendship and romantic partner. This is you and his energy that he was pointing out there. Okay, and let me just get a confirmation. It's not going to be from this one, though. We'll do it. Oh, nope. Let's get a confirmation from the unfolding path. We'll check this one. Okay. All right. I had dropped one of them on the floor earlier and it's just been sitting there. But we need it now. So. Okay. I'm asking about the energies of soulmate. What more should I speak on regarding the soulmate or the crushed energy being pointed out here? What more should I speak on that, if I need to speak on that anymore? What more? Oh. Okay, Sarah. Wow. Okay, so the first one was the 5 of Swords. So I don't know if you're facing a lot of I don't know if you're struggling with the people in your family or in his family or the people in the community or the authorities. But this is telling me that you're maybe being bullied by somebody. Like you may be being bullied or, I don't feel, this card can be like theft, violence, abuse, bullies, that kind of thing. I'm not feeling any of those things. What I am feeling is I am feeling bullied. I am feeling like you're some like pretty strong defensive energy in your energy. So like I feel like you're feeling like you're having to defend yourself and your theories or your worries or your stress or your questions and even your character. You're feeling like you have to defend yourself. You're being told to pull back from that. Stop doing that. You need to retreat from all of that because that's not helping you. That's not helping you. It's not helping the situation. There's going to be naysayers. There's going to be people who make up lies and stories, and we call them computer warriors or whatever, keyboard warriors. They have nothing better to do, and they don't know you. They don't know you. They don't know anything about you except for what they read on the internet, and you can't believe anything you see on the internet. So they don't know you. Who cares what they think? Okay, as long as there are some people out there, hello, who are willing to help you, because I know you did nothing wrong. You did not expect this, and I know this. I can feel this in your energy, that this was out of nowhere. just completely out of nowhere. You guys had a really good life. I mean, everybody struggles with finances. Everybody struggles while raising children together, especially blended families. I'm not saying that that was happening. I'm just saying that if it was, that's normal. What I feel in the energies between Sarah and David, and I don't know why I keep talking to her directly. I feel like she's going to see this. And so I'm literally like seeing her watching it. So I feel like the energies between Sarah and David were really good partners. Like they were able to troubleshoot and work together and make things, make things work. I do feel like there was some struggle financially. There was some, maybe a little bit of headbutting about some things, but for the most part, they had the same common goals and worked really well together. And that's what I'm picking up on with them. And now, because they kind of relied on each other, like to make things work, like he was independent with his job, but she was the one who, I see her cleaning the truck out. I see her washing clothes and stock. Like she was the one who prepared him for his week ahead and like shopping for food and like doing all of so that he could rest as much as possible on the weekends. But I do have to tell you, I do not feel like this man ever rested. Like I do feel like he was a very busy person. He was always doing something. Okay. So for me, this is basically Spirit saying, this is possibly you're being bullied, or you're feeling like you're being bullied, or you're feeling like, maybe defensive, and you're having to defend yourself and your marriage and everything. You may be feeling like that. Spirit's actually telling you not to do that, not to put your energy there. Okay. Who cares what other people think about you? Who cares? The truth is what matters. And anybody out there who has a real gift of reading energy would know in a minute, Sarah, that you are legitimately real and you are true, and everything you say is true. So I don't mean everything you say. I don't know, because I haven't heard you really say everything, but regarding this situation, every bit of information that you are sharing is coming from a place of truth, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, and I don't know if she's going to see this or not, but I feel like she will. I actually feel like she's going to watch this. So if so, I am so sorry you're going through this, honey. If there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. Okay, I'm going to go to the next one. It is the tuned in, internet, and connected. This, for me, is a web. The internet, the web, it's a network. Right? Wrong deck for that. It's a network. We will do the Urban Tarot here. Okay. What is the energy around plugged, tuned in, internet, and connected? What more can we know about this energy? Okay, I just got a flash of cameras. They may have oh, that's so gross. Oh, that's gross. I'm sorry. They may actually have like a makeshift mobile bedroom in one of those box vans that have cameras in it. They may do like black web, or what do you call it? Dark web or black web, whatever, live type streaming type things in there. And they have it set up so it looks like the inside of a building. Not even so much that they have it set up that way, it's just that's what it appears like. It just appears like the inside of like a building. Yeah, there we go again. We've got remember we had the Knight of Coins before, and I was telling you how the Knight of Coins is the apprentice, the one that's working under. We've got Knight of Coins again. This is the one who's learning, being trained. Okay? Oh, we've got the Knight, and then we've got the Prince, and this is all three of them, you guys. This is all three of these people. This is all three. Okay, so we've got the Knight. So we've got the one in training. Here's his mentor, and there's the big boss. What does this card say? Look at that. Are you kidding me? Whoa. That is crazy. Wow. Okay, there's 2 more cards here. One of them is Archangel Michael. It says protection, prevented from harm, and divine intervention. I'm going to ask about that real quickly, and I'm going to ask about the hopeful, inspired, and optimistic at the same time. So I'm asking for a message. Hold on one second. I'm kind of making a mess out of my my stuff here, and I'm running out of space. Okay, let me get this one. I'll just set it over here. Okay, I'm going to use the gold one. All right. What is the message that comes with the Archangel Michael? And the hopeful, inspired, optimistic, and success. What is the message that comes with these cards, these 2 cards? Oh, wow. We got the 5 of Wands. Wow, that's crazy. So the 5 of Wands, that's that rivalry, challenges, obstacles, but it's rivalry. Okay. Is the student going to turn on the teacher? Or will the student... Is the student going to turn on the teacher because the student knows that they're way more involved than the teacher? I mean, okay. I feel like there's a possibility that the one who's learning is concocting a plan of how, if they get caught, to blame it on this person. Okay? I really do. Is that going to be the and I also kind of feel like this person may actually be somebody who flaps his mouth, and he may be the reason they get caught, or be the reason, or I kind of feel like this person, this teacher has dealt with this guy being loose-lipped before. I get this feeling like you're the big mouth. Like, quit being such a big mouth. You've got to learn how to keep your mouth shut. That's one of the biggest parts of this. You got to learn how to be quiet. Yeah. Am I correct on that, Spirit? Am I correct on that at all? Will the downfall, or does the hope come in the fact that maybe these 2 might have rivalry or problems that will cause obstacles? And we got justice. Wow. So what was the hopeful and the Archangel Michael? What was the extra message with that? There's going to be some rivalry, some challenges, some fighting that's going to bring about some justice. That's awesome. Okay. Wow. All right. Okay, so I'm going to do something real quick. First, I'm going to show you guys. Okay, I drew this picture because in meditation a few times I have seen this guy. So, and this is just kind of a quick thing, please. I am not an artist when it comes to this, so don't judge my work. But what I saw was this guy, and he was standing. Okay, so I saw the truck. Okay, the semi truck that came in, not the box vans, but the semi truck. And these were large box vans, but this was a semi truck, and it had on the side of it, it was loaded with containers. You know, like you see, like containers, metal containers. It was loaded with these metal containers, and this is another thing that came to mind when I saw the anchored, weighed down and chained down. This kind of came to mind. What came to mind was the big metal, like metal cords or whatever you'd call them, cables that were holding this thing down there. And what I saw was this guy standing next to his truck, and there's these things you can. It's almost like he's like holding on to these things that are on the side of these cables. So he's like holding on to the cables, and just kind of, he's got his leg propped up on the truck, and he's holding on to these cables, and he's just kind of sitting there. He had a cigarette coming out of his mouth and cigarette smoke. We had to say he was wearing a hat on his head, and he was wearing these what look like hip waders but they're black. They're like like rubbery black. Okay. So this is, oh my gosh, my camera. So this is what it looked like. He was kind of on the side. Ignore this part right here. I messed up and I didn't want to have to redo the whole thing. But this would be like the side of the container, right? And there's like these little metal ridges that go up along the side of the container. And it's like he was holding on to them. And he had one foot kind of propped up and the other one down. And he's just sitting, smoking a cigarette. But he was watching himself being watched. Or he was watching David, thinking David was watching what they were doing. And I see this man very clearly. He is tall and thin, dark hair, smokes cigarettes. He was wearing a cowboy, kind of like a cowboy, but beat up, kind of roughed up cowboy hat. And these overall rubber hip waiter overall type. So David was on his way to a pig farm. So all I can think of is that maybe this guy is affiliated with the pig farm, and that's like the outfit they have to wear when they're dealing with the pigs and stuff. That's a high possibility that's why this person is dressed like that. But what that would mean if that was the case is that somehow they might be affiliated with the last place he was supposed to go drop off the pigs. He never made it there. Or I also looked up in the area and there is multiple pig farms. It's like the thing there. So there's like several pig farms in that area. So it could be somebody from another pig farm. But anyways, so that's what, and the other thing I wanted to say before I end this, I'll ask for one more ending message. The other thing I wanted to say was, so he went missing off of north of Highway 20, November 20, the night of the 20th into the 21st. This was like in the wee hours of the morning that his truck was found abandoned. Apparently it sat there for quite a while before somebody actually come and did it. It was reported over and over again by people. Somebody almost hit it, like somebody almost ran into it, because it wasn't pulled off to the side of the road. It was literally in the road. Okay. The other thing I wanted to say is I keep getting an image of a cave. I keep getting an image of what looks like a cave. I don't know what the significance of, or if there's even caves around there. I tried to Google it and see if there was cave systems around there, and there's several different like big parks, national parks and stuff, and they did name off several different areas where there are different caves. But that is one thing that keeps getting brought into my awareness is a cave-like place. So anyways, that's about it. And I will go ahead and pull one more ending message from this beautiful deck right here called the Elemental Oracle. We'll try one more message from this guy here. See if we can get some kind of a direction or some... Okay, I hate having to say this. I feel like first of all, I feel like there is maybe some kind of video evidence in that there's things being recorded that's happening inside there, inside the box van and in other places. So there's that kind of evidence. There might be evidence at this place where the trucks did this handoff thing that David witnessed without knowing he witnessed. There may be some video footage or some cameras there, but for some reason I feel like there's evidence. There's some kind of digital evidence or some kind of evidence of some kind. Maybe somebody took a picture but I feel like he was taken, and no, I do not feel like he will be returned. I do not feel like he will be found. They knew what they were doing as far as covering their tracks. And unfortunately, I think the only hope here is to get these people somehow, figure out a way to get these people, because, and it's going to have a little bit of a level of difficulty to it, because it's going to have to be circumstantial or digital evidence or something like that, because I don't think they're going to recover his remains. I don't think there are any. Okay, what more can I say here? I'm so sorry for having to say that. Everything I say is for research and educational purposes only. Everybody is innocent until proven guilty by a court of law. Everything I speak on comes from my own intuition, my interpretation of my cards, and the images that Spirit places in my mind. Also, any kind of public information or any kind of factual information I share, I get off of public domain places. Please, I appreciate when you come to watch my videos. I appreciate so much when you contribute with your own thoughts, your own things that you know that I don't know. I don't know everything, so I do appreciate those little pearls of wisdom you guys plop down, and I write it all down. Well, on the cases I'm working on, it all matters to me. And so I just want to say, you know, please, if you're invested enough to watch through this video and form an opinion, off of the things I've said, you know, make sure that you do your own research and form your own opinions as well. And, you know, use your own intuition as well. And yeah, so that way, you know, they don't shut my channel down for whatever reason. That's why I have to say that. A lot of people say that it is for entertainment purposes. I don't like that. That makes me feel icky to say. That's why I don't add that in. It's not entertaining. I'm not trying to entertain, I'm trying to help. So if it becomes entertaining in the process, okay, but that's not the intention. That's not what my intention is. Okay, what can we know? An ending message for David. Either David can speak and show me something that he wants me to interpret, or Spirit, or we'll just see energetically. Ooh, that was close. What can I share? Or do I even share out of this one? What can I share? Okay, I just saw one of my decks. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I am back. So I was actually drawn to a deck that's fairly new to me that I have never been drawn to before. This is called the Blue Messiah. It took me a minute to figure out what deck I was seeing in my mind. I've got a lot of them. So, and this is one that's very new to me. So I wasn't recognizing it right away. It took me a minute to find this. But because I'm being drawn to the Blue Messiah, it makes me wonder if David wasn't a very religious person. This is the Blue Messiah reading cards. It is transformational cards for the soul. So, yeah, so far I've never really had much of a draw towards this deck. So this is a first. And I'm very interested to see what message that is needed to be pointed out in this one. Very interested. I feel like David is trying to tell me that he does actually visit his sons. There is, okay, so if, I feel like he sees them in their dreams a lot, and I feel like they talk about it. Like they'll come and they'll say, I saw Daddy in my dreams, or I had a dream about Daddy. And it may be that they're saying that they have the same dream at the same night. Like the twins, they may be saying, I dreamt that too, or something like that, okay? They may be saying, hey, you know, we both experienced, and that wasn't a dream, that was a visitation. Okay, what do I need to share? Ending message. What do I need to share? These are very hard to share. I think I'm just going to split them. Okay, and we'll do one more split, and then I'm going to take the bottom. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable. Okay. I pulled card number 20. Nature's Wisdom. Okay. I feel like there's, and you'll know what I'm talking about, there's a place somewhere that is his special place in nature that he is asking, he's saying this is where people will have the best connection with me. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Sending out all the love and all the light and the highest vibes to Sarah and anyone watching. Man, this is a dark and ugly world we live in nowadays. It's just shocking to me sometimes, some of the things people do to each other. I'm here to tell the truth and bring light to the situation to the best of my ability. And that's it. That's my reading today for David Shultz. I hope that helped.
Oh no, it's true. made me happy for a while. I remember fleeting times when we slept on top of cars.